Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. This is another AMA episode. That is, Ask Me Anything. I love to answer your questions. If you think you've got a question that's going to be of broad interest, send it in. I'll answer it live on the air. Send your questions to victor@victorjm.com. That's victor@victorjm.com. On today's show, Reed from Indianapolis asks, one of the things I don't like about the Class B and C multifamily syndications that I'm involved in is that it seems like at least somebody is having or has had a problem with cockroaches as per the Google reviews. Maybe you could do a podcast related to pest control in real estate. Are cockroaches something one just has to live with at some level, or can they be completely eradicated? Well, Reed, that's an awesome question. Very few things spark as much fear into both landlords and tenants than the spectre of an insect infestation. There have been widely publicized reports of bed bugs in New York and cockroaches in Hong Kong. So what do you do if you get that phone call from a tenant reporting a bug problem? You've spent considerable time, money, and effort to make your property desirable. The occupancy is high. The property never looked better. News of bug problems can spread like wildfire. A bug infestation can cause tenants to abandon a property and break their lease. Things can get unpredictable fast. Bug infestations can be incredibly difficult and frustrating for both landlords and tenants alike. Some warmer climates are known for having active insect populations, whether it's ants, termites, roaches. Termite control is often done proactively with perimeter spraying of buildings on a monthly basis. Cockroaches, though, are much more difficult. First of all, a thorough cleaning is essential. Insects need to have their source of food eliminated. This can be a difficult conversation with tenants. Many of them take offense at having their landlord accuse them of being dirty. At least that's what they think they're hearing. I recommend having a document for your tenants that describes the process for eliminating the pests, which also details their responsibility in the process. Spraying alone to eliminate cockroaches is not enough. They have a way of hiding and avoiding exposure to the insecticides. If you only spray the affected apartment, chances are the roaches will move next door to safety and then come back at a later time. Sometimes the only solution is to notify all residents and perform a coordinated spraying campaign in the entire building. Understandably, landlords are reluctant to raise an issue with tenants who have not experienced a problem. In some cases, such a notification can create more of a PR problem than the spraying would solve. One possible solution is to spray the affected apartment and all of the immediate neighbors, including above and below. If that doesn't work, you may need to take a more aggressive stance. These problems are not confined to warm weather. More northern cities like Montreal and New York have experienced serious cockroach infestations over the years. Bedbugs, though, require a completely different approach to eradication. Bedbugs tend to hide in the stitching of mattresses, sofas, clothing. They tend to hide in the baseboards of a room or in the electrical outlets. Bedbugs also lay eggs. Getting rid of them requires spraying at specific intervals in order to intercept the reproductive cycle of bedbugs. Here, too, you need to spray the affected apartment and the neighboring apartments on either side, above and below. This is not a job for the do-it-yourself landlord. Always hire a professional and make sure that your tenants are fully on board with the process for getting rid of the bedbugs, or cockroaches, or whatever the pest might be. That means they must give you access to the apartment on a timely basis. They need to do their part by bagging and washing all of their clothing at a laundromat that's outside the apartment, utilizing hot water and the heat of a dryer to make sure nothing survives the washing process in their clothing. Some apartment buildings and hotels in New York City have earned a reputation for having problems with bedbugs. And once that reputation is embedded in the community, the reputation might live long after the bedbugs are gone. It's your job as a landlord to attack the problem aggressively and proactively. Most importantly, your tenants need to feel as though you're taking action with their best interests at heart and communicating with them on a regular basis. You definitely don't want those Google reviews persisting on the internet long after the bedbugs are gone. Reed, I want to thank you for an awesome question, and it's one that is a real issue, one that landlords definitely have to deal with from time to time. As you think about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.